हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू टेस्टबुक सुपर कोचिंग फॉर रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज। जी, सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करने से पहले एक बार पूछना चाहूंगा कि मेरी आवाज आ रही है सबको? आई एम ऑडिबल टू ऑल और नॉट? एक बार जल्दी से कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दीजिएगा। चलो तो शुरू करते हैं आज के सेशन को। आज हमारा रिवीजन सेशन है। रिवीजन सेशन के अंदर हम कुछ एमसीक्यूज डिस्कस करते हैं लास्ट वीक के करंट अफेयर्स को ध्यान में रखते हुए, लास्ट वीक के करंट अफेयर्स के ऊपर फोकस करते हुए। हमारा एक और सेशन होगा जो सेशन शाम को 6 बजे होगा, जहां पे हम आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे पीआईबी ओरिएंटेड एमसीक्यू। सो पीआईबी के एमसीक्यूज के ऊपर शाम को 6 बजे हमारी बात होगी, तो उस सेशन को भी देखना मत भूलेगा। और अभी हम बात करेंगे हमारे बाकी एमसीक्यूज को लेके। ऑब्वियसली लास्ट वीक मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी वाज इन न्यूज, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी का अनाउंसमेंट किया गया। वहां पे ज्यादा कुछ चेंजेस नहीं है, उसे एज इट इज रखा गया है। बस जो स्टैंड है, जो आरबीआई का मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी का स्टैंड होता है, सो फ्रॉम द विड्रॉल ऑफ अकोमोडेशन to we have changed to the neutral stand हमने लाया हुआ है. So now we'll start discussing exactly what is there and what kind of new things are there for the exam point of view. So we'll start with the session. Once again, very good morning to you all. Before going to start today's session, before going to start the discussion of today's session, those who aid to subscribe our channel, please एक बार channel को भी subscribe कर दीजिएगा. So yes, the first MCQ is on your screen. ये रहा. Yes, guys. So consider the following statement regarding Reserve Bank Climate Risk Information System. So there is one system called as a Reserve Bank Climate Risk Information System. So there are two statements around that particular system. It aims to bridge the gap in climate-related data that is currently available in the fragmented manner. It will have a web-based directory and data portal for regulated entities to ensure the smooth adoption. So which of the above statements are correct? So Reserve Bank of India recently announced its CRIS platform called as a Reserve Bank Climate Risk Information System. So question is about this platform. Two statements are there, which is correct. You need to answer that. It aims to bridge the gap in climate related data that is currently available in the fragmented manner. It will have a web-based directory and data portal for regulated entities to ensure the smooth adoption. Answer is both 1 and 2. This data will or this particular platform will work in two parts. The first part will be about this web-based directory, and the second is about the standard procedure or the standard data. So in these two angles or in this two part, this data is going to work. The main purpose is this which is mentioned. So climate related data, which is important for the to understand the risk, to which is important to measure the risk which we experience, especially when it comes to our financial system, our economic system, and for that purpose we started this. So answer is both 1 and 2 for this particular question. Next question, the Nikshay Poshan Yojana. So Nikshay Poshan Yojana is here. So the question is regarding this Yojana. In the last week we talked about that. Under Nikshay Poshan Yojana, Government of India decided to increase the financial support. Government of India decided to provide more financial support. Obviously, till 2025, we decided to remove the TB from India. So the aim to remove TB from India is 2025. So by considering that, Government of India talked about this thing. In a direct benefit transfer scheme under the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program in India, it provides financial incentive of 10,000 per month for each notified tuberculosis patient for the duration which the patient is on anti-TB treatment. So which of the following statement is correct? The first statement is right, second statement is wrong, because there is no 10,000, this is 1,000. Earlier, the amount was 500 rupees. Earlier, the amount was 500 rupees. Now it is increased by Government of India to 1,000 rupees. So that's the news. And the question is depending on that particular factor. So second statement is wrong regarding this particular news, regarding this particular question. So Nikshay, again, obviously comes under the Health and Family Welfare Ministry. JP Nadda sir is the minister of this ministry, and yes, the one of the most important part is that Government of India's target is 2025 to remove TB from India, whereas WHO's target is 2030 to remove TB from our country. Okay, I'll go to the next question. PM Internship Scheme, which we discussed last time, which we talked about last time, it was a part of our budget. Budget के अंदर इसका discussion किया गया था, budget के अंदर इसके ऊपर बात की गई थी. That is Prime Minister's Internship Scheme. The scheme provides insurance coverage under PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, PM Suraksha Bima Yojana upon enrollment. Graduates from the premier institutions like IITs, IIMs are eligible for this internship. The scheme is available only to candidates whose family income does not exceed 8 lakh annually. So which of the statement given above is correct? So which statement is correct? That's the question over here. Prime Minister's internship scheme. The announcement of this scheme was in budget. Budget का इसका announcement था जो हमारे एग्जाम के लिए बहुत मैटर करेगा. Yes, answer of this question is 1 and 3. Second statement is wrong. Basically, IIT, IIMs and CAs are not eligible for this internship. Those who are graduate from the IITs, IIMs as well as those who are CA, for them, this is not available. This is not possible. So, the second statement is wrong. The scheme provides insurance coverage obviously under Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana. The next thing is that the scheme is available only to candidates whose family income does not exceed 8 lakh annually. That is another pointer mentioned by the government of India. The internship will be for 1 year. The 5,000 rupees will be the stipend and 6,000 rupees will be the one-time settlement. And India's top 500 companies will be already shortlisted by government of India through which this internship will be provided. And that's the case. We'll go to the next question. Consider the following statement regarding Dharti Aba Janajatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan. So this is a question for you. Again, another scheme which was recently launched in Jharkhand, Hazaribagh by the Prime Minister of India. Again, the announcement of this scheme was there in the union budget. Just we have changed the name of the scheme. उन्नत ग्राम अभियान के जगह हमने यहाँ पे नाम रख दिया है धरती आबा जनजातीय ग्राम उत्कर्ष अभियान. It is an umbrella scheme to implement the existing scheme across the scheduled caste majority village. Dharti Aaba refers by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The initiative to address the critical gaps of social infrastructure, health and education. How many statements are correct? Only one statement is correct and that is third statement. This statement is correct. Talking about the social infrastructure, health, education, economics. So focusing on these four parts, चार part के ऊपर बात हो रही है. Social infrastructure, health, education and the economical scenario. But this scheme is not for the SC, ST villages. This is about the tribal villages, only a tribal villages. So 63,000 plus tribal villages will be the focus of this scheme. And the concept of Dharti Aba is not given by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This concept is given by Birsa Munda. So under Birsa Munda's focus, this scheme is being created. So basically the announcement was there in the union budget, but we have changed the name. 63,000 villages we are considering. 17 ministries are going to work here, and there are 17 ministers are going to help government of India to implement this scheme properly. Whereas the obviously Joel Oram Saab is a tribal minister, so tribal affairs ministry will play the vital role. The scheme consists of 4 goals, like I have already mentioned. One is about the infrastructure, overall complete infrastructure of that particular region, that particular village. Next is about the education. The proper education provision should be there with the nutrition capacity and other stuff. The third is about the health, which is a very important factor. And the last but not the least is about the economic development. So these 4 factors mentioned under this scheme by the government of India. Okay, so remember that. Obviously questions will be asked. I will move to another question, but before that, just yes, fine. We'll go to the next question. The next question is around Asia Power Index launched the Asian Development Bank to access power dynamics in Asia Pacific region. India is ranked third in the Asia Power Index 2024, surpassing United States due to the strong post-COVID-19 economic growth. So that is a question for us. So Asia Power Index is launched by the Asian Development Bank to access the power dynamics of Asia Pacific region, and India ranked third, surpassing USA. Basically, we didn't cross USA. USA is at the top now. हमने जापान को क्रॉस कर दिया है. So this statement is wrong. So US is at the top. Second number पे China आएगा. Third number पे India आएगा. When it comes to the first statement is also wrong because this is not given by the Asian Development Bank. This is given by the Lowy Institute from the Australia. So Australia's Lowy Institute gave this data, not by the the Asian Development Bank. So yes, there is a difference. So answer of this question is neither one nor two. Yes, I'll go to the next question. It's a very simple question. The Humsafar policy was recently news, which is created for the people traveling on the national highways and accelerate their development of wayside amenities. So basically, this Humsafar scheme is created so that those who are traveling from the national highways, those who are traveling from the expressways, they should get the better facilities, they should get the better amenities on roads, better amenities on different areas. So for that purpose, this policy is being launched called as a Humsafar policy. So the question is, who launched this? Of course, this is launched by the Nitin Gadkari. He's a road and transport minister. He launched this policy. So answer of this question is B regarding this Humsafar policy, which was recently launched by the government. The next is Garden Rich Shipbuilders Engineers Limited deliver survey vessels named as to Indian Navy. Garden Rich Shipbuilder Engineering Limited is a government of India's company headquartered in Kolkata. They created a survey ships. This is a second survey ship which was created. The name of the survey ship is being asked. Total 4 survey ships will be built, out of which the one survey ship is already delivered to the Indian Navy. This is the second survey ship. So answer of this question is INS Nirdeshak. So INS Nirdeshak is the name of the scheme. Sorry, name of the ship which is created by the Garden Rich Shipbuilders Limited, transferred to the Indian Navy. We'll go to the next question. Bank of Baroda proposed to sell its operations to Bank Dhofar as a part of rationalizing foreign operations. The bank has accorded approval for the accepting the offer to acquire the banking business operations by the Bank Dhofar ongoing concern basis. बैंक दोफार belongs to which of the following countries? ये बैंक कौन से country से belong करती है? That is the question for you. So Bank of Baroda and Bank of Dhofar, so they are going to take over the operations. So answer of this question is Oman. Oman. The bank belongs to the Oman. Remember that. So international banks, basically they used to work in India. They are still working in India. So sometimes Indian banks are having tie-up with them. So that is a Oman's bank, Dhofar Bank. We'll go to the next question. International Financial Corporation has partnered with which bank to provide 500 million loan to develop a blue finance market and scale up the financing of green projects in India? So International Financial Corporation comes under World Bank Group. This belongs to World Bank Group. World Bank Group consists of 5 organizations, out of which IFC is the organization which provides loan, which provides financial support to the different financial institutions, different companies. So under this same thing, the International Finance Corporation is having tie-up with which of the following bank? So answer of this question is recently the Axis Bank decided to have a loan agreement with the International Finance Corporation. So answer of this question is B. Okay. Again, the loan is for $500 million and the loan will be used for the green as well as blue project. So remember that point also. Okay. I'll go to the next question. Competition Commission of India has granted approval for transactions including the acquisition of how much percent of the total paid up share capital of JM Financial Credit Solution Limited by JM Financial Limited. Competition Commission of India is an statutory body working under the Corporate Affairs Ministry. This authority was created in 2003 by the Act of 2002, which is important for these mergers, acquisitions in our country. So recently, the news is here regarding the Competition Commission of India's the capital shareholding in this. So answer is C. 42.99% is the answer of this question. C is the answer of this particular question. So these news are very frequent when the one company is taking over to the another company. So very frequent news are there. So remember that. We'll go to the next question. National Maritime Museum complex will be set up in which of the following place? Recently, Cabinet approved this will be implemented in 2 parts, Part A and Part B. So Part 1A, Part 1B, and there will be Part 2. So in this way, this policy we are going to implement. Vietnam is helping India to create this maritime complex, which is one of the very important program of Government of India. We are going to create multiple museums, lighthouses around this area so that tourism can be tourism boost is a major focus. So answer is this. Lothal, Gujarat is the answer of this question. Lothal, Gujarat belongs to the Harappa Mohenjo-daro era, and for that reason we are developing this Maritime Complex Museum here. Vietnam, remember the country Vietnam is helping to develop this particular complex. I'll go to the next question, which is very easy. RBI recently decided to keep the repo rate unchanged for which time? Because now it's a long time. We are not changing the repo rate these days. So, but we changed the policy. The policy is now neutral. But for the 10th time, for the record 10th time, we decided not to change the monetary policy stand. So, of course, question will be asked around this. Renowned industrialist and the philanthropist Ratan Tata ji passed away at the age of 86. In which year he was awarded India's second highest civilian award, Padma Vibhushan. He got Padma Bhushan, then Maharashtra Bhushan, Assam Bhushan. He got multiple awards from the UK as well as the Australian government, the topmost award. So he got the Padma Vibhushan in which year? That's the question here. Sorry. So answer of this question is 2008. 2008 he got the Padma Vibhushan. 2006 he got the Padma Bhushan. So Padma Vibhushan in 2008 to Ratan Tata ji. Next question. World Mental Health Day is observed every year on October 10. What is the theme for the World Mental Health Day? World Mental Health Day का यहाँ पे theme पूछा गया है. It's a very, very important day. NIMHANS is the name of the institution in India, is responsible for working on this. Telemanas is the name of the scheme which we have, under which mental health is handled by the government by different ways. So theme for this year was, just one sec, that is mental health at work was the theme for this year. ये इस बार का theme रखा गया था. I'll go to the next question. I guess the answer is already there. Asian Development Bank and the Himachal Pradesh government, they are having the tie-up. So answer is 162 million. So Asian Development Bank decided to provide certain amount of money to Himachal Pradesh government for tourism development. Just tell me the name of the chief minister of Himachal Pradesh. That will be enough. Again, this loan is for the tourism purpose. That will be the major factor over here. I'll go to the next question. I guess answers are already there in the questions, but not to worry. You just give me the, you will just read out it. Which financial institution launched the new product called as the Udai, offering small ticket loans against the property? So for example, you already have the property. So against that property, you can take a small ticket loan. For example, suppose I have the home. Home loan is already going on. So you can borrow money like 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh on that. So they are providing, this is called as top-up loans basically. So these top-up loans they usually provide. So answer of this question is E, Arka FinCap Limited. This is the name of the institution who started a small ticket loans on existing property. Next is about the Reliance Nippon Life Insurance. Which insurance company has unveiled the new deferred annuity plan, Nishchit Pension? Remember that Nishchit Pension is the name of the policy, which is designed to provide guaranteed lifelong income, allowing the customer to streamline their retirement income and protect against the decline long-term interest rate. So that is the case. So answer is yes, Reliance Nippon Life Insurance is the name of the company. I guess थोड़ा सा हमारा ये बोर्ड बंद हो गया था, उसके चक्कर में ये सारी चीजें हो रही है, कोई बात नहीं. Sankalp initiative for the drug addicts started again by the Himachal Pradesh government. So Himachal was in news last week for two reasons. One, they got the loan from the Asian Development Bank for the tourism purposes, and they started a Sankalp policy so that the drug addicts and the drug maniacs in the state should be in control. That is the main purpose over here. India has agreed to provide currency swap of how much to Maldives? Basically, government of India is providing currency swap in two ways. One currency swap was $400 million. This is the first currency swap. Another currency swap of 3,000 crore rupees. This swap will be in dollars and euros, and this swap will considering the Indian rupees. So two swap agreements we have signed with the Maldives recently under the SARC mechanism of currency swap. One swap agreement of $400 million focusing on the dollars and the euros, and the one currency swap agreement is focusing on the Indian rupees, and that's the consideration over here. Okay. The next question regarding the Japan's new prime minister, Shinzo Ishiba will be the new prime minister. He will be the 101st prime minister of the Japan. Japan is having the long history. Obviously, that's why the question will be asked. He will be the 101st Prime Minister of the country, and he obviously Fumio Kishida is going to resign because of the so many troubles he faced during his tenure. Now the new Prime Minister Shingru Ishiba. Remember the name? Japanese yen is the currency of this country. Then anti-corruption unit of BCCI. BCCI also having the anti-corruption unit because there are so many scams or so many match fixings problems we already faced when it comes to the Indian IPL as well as Indian cricket, and that's why this post was being created. So Sharad Kumar Sir will be the new head of BCCI anti-corruption. He's a retired police officer. He is going to handle this anti-corruption unit of BCCI. Yes, WHO's Regional Committee for Southeast Asia will be chaired by the 77th session of WHO Regional Committee on Southeast Asia. The chairperson for Southeast Asia region, JP Nadda sir. JP Nadda sir is the chairperson of Southeast Asia region WHO. When it comes to complete WHO, he is the chairperson of WHO Tedros Adhanom. Okay, he's the head of WHO, which is working from Geneva. But for Southeast Asia region, JP Nadda is the Indian Health Minister who is going to handle the WHO's responsibilities. Again, the Union Minister JP Nadda sir announced that TB patients will now receive nutritional support to Nikshay Yojana. So basically 3,000 to 6,000 तक का एक सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड करने की बात की है. नाउ जो वन टाइम या मंथली पैसा मिलता है, मंथली पैसा 500 रुपीज मिलता था, उसे बढ़ा के अभी 1,000 रुपीज करने की बात की है फॉर दिस पेशेंट्स निक्षय योजना के अंदर टीबी पेशेंट्स के लिए. एक बात याद रखना, टीबी पेशेंट्स जो है उन टीबी पेशेंट्स को ठीक करने के लिए न्यूट्रिशन प्लेज अ वाइटल रोल एंड वी हैव द डेडलाइन ऑफ 2025 टू रिमूव टीबी फ्रॉम इंडिया. Might be we are not going to achieve the deadline, might be chances are there because there is still way to achieve, so उसे extend कर सकते, but right now there is no such kind of news, just we increase the financial support to the TB patients. Yes, now HDFC Bank approved 100% stake sell of subsidiary HDFC Education to Vamasundari investments in all cash deal amounting how much crore. As per the agreement, the bank will sell 91% of the stakes on October 31st and the remaining 9% will be June 30, 2025, after which HDFC Education will cease to be subsidiary of the bank. So 192 करोड़ के अंदर HDFC Education का पूरा जो बिजनेस है वो वामा सुंदरी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के अंदर जाएगा. So HDFC don't want to keep some subsidiaries right now. They just want to focus on the overall complete business. Last time we discussed HDFC and HDFC Bank, इनका भी मर्जर हुआ था, वो भी हमने लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस किया था. सेम वे HDFC Education वाज अ डिफरेंट सब्सिडरी, और उसका पूरा बिजनेस अभी किसी और अथॉरिटी को बेचने की बात की जिसका नाम है वामा सुंदरी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. राइट नाउ 91% शेयर्स विल बी till 31st of October, remaining will be next year June. That is a point mentioned by the housing development, HDFC. Earlier called as the Housing Development Finance Corporation, but now they are not using the full form. Shashidhar Jagdishan sir is the head of HDFC Bank. Now, next news is regarding the RBI Deputy Governor's tenure being extended by 1 year. So recently, M. Rajeshwar Rao sir's tenure is being increased by 1 year. This usually happens. The RBI governors or the deputy governors being appointed for the 4 years, and now they are giving the extension by one year or sometimes 2 years. This is a very common thing happens in our RBI, in the RBI structure. These extensions will be given by the appointment committee of cabinet, which is headed by the Prime Minister. So always the extensions will be given by the appointment committee of cabinet headed by the Prime Minister. Remember that point. The last question of the day, World Habitat Day is celebrated every year on the first Monday of the October. The theme for this year was this: engaging youth to be build a better urban future. Housing Urban Affairs Ministry in India is responsible to celebrate this, and so answer of this question was E. We are going to discuss few more questions, and those questions will be discussed with you in our 6 p.m. session focusing on the PIB. So that will be really very important. So do join that session. We'll discuss some PIB news as well as we'll discuss few questions in that particular session. Sorry for some goof up because of the electricity. थोड़ा सा जो previous presentation था, it was gone and we started with another presentation. वहाँ पे आंसर्स ऑलरेडी आपके पास है, पर कोई बात नहीं, क्वेश्चंस और आंसर्स आपके पास रहेंगे, will be really very important for you. So we'll see you at 6 p.m. and to discuss about PIB. Okay, that's it guys. Bye bye, take care.